Today is Friday, February 19th. I want to revisit on balance volume. I know I did this already in January, I think on the 27th. You can go back in the archive and take a look at that video if you want. Today in the news, John Deere, the tractor and farm and industrial machinery maker, is jumping down big time in the pre-market, and right now as I record this, it's still in the pre-market hours. So here you see Deere had broken out this week. Now it's back down in the mid-70s, mid-high 70s after its news. And I want to see if the charts perhaps had given us any kind of hint that something bad was going to happen. Of course, it wouldn't know that the breakout would have failed. It wouldn't know what the news would be. But somebody always knows something and they act on it in the markets. And here we have on balance volume, one of my favorite studies, because it's just different. It works on volume and price, not just price as like an RSI perhaps. You can see that the trend here was down. That makes sense because prices were falling and making a lower low. But look what's going on here. Over the past couple of weeks, while prices were really moving quickly to the upside, on balance volume, not so much. It barely made a new high, took out the previous little high this week, even as it broke out from a technical pattern. So this is kind of a sign that it's okay, but I wouldn't have jumped on this breakout and bought it so high. Maybe I would have waited for the test. Of course, today it's going to fail. There won't be a test. It failed its breakout. So let's move on to other stocks that were listed in today's, quote, early movers section on the various media. Okay, here we have Weatherford International, an energy stock. You can see that on balance volume sort of tracked price action the whole way, as it should be tracking price, because that's pretty much what it's built on. The idea is to look for changes where it doesn't track. You can see that Weatherford had a somewhat decent January, February to date, but look at on balance volume. The indicator set a lower low. So this is one that no matter what it's moving on today, whatever is people consider as a moving stock, just doesn't look good right now. So we have to see what happens after it opens, if it really does jump, and then if volume comes in to confirm or deny that. Best Buy, look at that, a big jump, but on balance volume again, it's flat to lower. So it's just something that I wouldn't be jumping on even after this nice big performance. And look at this, there's a reversal bar right in here, and afterwards a big rally, and it just looks like it's done. To me, it looks just didn't get enough fuel. Baker Hughes, another energy stock. No surprise with the number of energy stocks on this list. Here also you can see a higher low in price, lower low in on balance volume. Halliburton, amazing, just so many energy stocks. Not quite as stark as the previous one, but you can also see prices seem to be making a double bottom. On balance volume is really not giving any indication that things have changed. Sam Adams, Boston Beer, whatever they call themselves these days. Technically price is going up, on balance volume is going up, but it just looks, just subjectively, that on balance volume is still more flat than up while price seems to be rebounding. So again, you need a lot more proof that something's happening here. Apple in the news on privacy and liberty concerns. Not a whole lot of love here. On balance volume is flat, maybe even slightly lower, so I just don't have any reason to like Apple right here. Facebook, oops, get rid of that. Facebook, it failed on a breakout, gap down big. On balance volume is, again, technically it's slightly higher this month than it was earlier, while prices are slightly higher than they were. It's just not giving me anything exciting. It seems like the trend in on balance volume for quite a while has been down. And finally, here's Twitter. Everyone really hates this stock, but it is showing something very interesting here. Look at this. We have, let's see if I can fit that in there. You have a stock with a lower low in price and slightly higher low in on balance volume. Now it hasn't made a higher high yet in on balance volume. That would probably be a better sign. But it's definitely something to keep on the radar screen. Again, terrible sentiment, and obviously a terrible trend, but on balance volume is saying that there are people in there who are a little bit more aggressive buying, and I would just keep it on the watch list for now.